is Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. What's up, everybody?
Hey, everyone.
We are in here today. Holla at your people. What's up? It's Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. Hey, share this out.
Come on, y'all, share.
Because it's about to be on. Hold on. I know it's about to be on my front page. I'm going to share this out. Join in.
Hey.
Wealthy Marriage Wednesdays. What's up?
Oh, sure.
Live now. We talking some real talk. Generational wealth talk. They ain't gonna like us today. You might don't like us today, but we gonna keep it all the way 100 with you on today.
For sure.
All right, make sure you share with a friend of a friend, couple of a friend. Wealthy Marriage Wednesdays. We're talking about generational wealth today.
Yes. So important. Impactful.
Yep. All right, cool. Got it shared. Glad to see you. Glad to see everybody who's coming on. What's up? Glad you here. It's on, y'all. For sure, it's on.
This is gonna be a very
It's gonna be a very good session. So we're talking about wealth, and we're talking about all things wealth, and we're talking about all things generational wealth. So we getting real for real.
Yeah.
And I believe that as we go through this session, that somebody's gonna get a realization of a new financial breakthrough. How you doing, Miss Mace?
Today I am okay. I am okay. My father passed away, and we had a memorial service for him today, as you know. And so it's been a real day. Being able to just commune with family and just to celebrate his life. It's been good. It's been good though.
Yeah, it really has been a pleasure to watch you be able to stand up strong, and the way you're like a piece in the midst of everything. And this is how much I know you care about people, and how much you care about people's marriages, and is that you here the same day you've memorialized your father, your birth father, and now you're here excited to be able to pour out into somebody else, to specifically on the topic of generational wealth. So I mean, I'm just blown away by you.
Well, it's important, when you're doing something that has value and can make an impact, and has an impact on people's lives. No matter what you're going through or it's worth it, and it brings value. Like even today, like we're talking about generational wealth. Well, one of my generation, my father, who is the generation of me, passed away. And it's like, well, what kind of wealth or what kind was left? Was there something that was left? And for me, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. And I didn't know a lot about finances or, things of that nature, investing, all those things that people consider generational wealth. I had no clue about. All I knew is I was supposed to work. I went to college, get a job, and then retire, and whatever that meant. But I wasn't, that's what I thought I was doing. But then when you get to a point where when you get married with someone who has a different background, so our backgrounds were just so different. Like John was a little bit better with money than I was. Well, not a little bit. He was a lot better. He was a lot better. But that was because I didn't have that education. Like I wasn't taught how to do certain things. Some things I just had to fiddle through because that wasn't something that I was taught, and that was passed down from generation to generation. What was passed down was bad credit, not knowing how to purchase homes, things like that. Like that is something that was given to me, but once you know that something is not right and there's something better and there's something more, then that's where when we came together, and where we're at now is being able to establish something for our kids, so we can start a new legacy, a new generational, and some generational wealth to pass on to our kids.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. We talking generational wealth, y'all. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And so all things generational wealth is all happening today. And so we are going into a little bit more detail with this thing. And so our hope and desire is that something we're saying and doing, even in this time, helps to accelerate your journey to generational wealth.
Yeah, absolutely.
The topic literally came up as we're sitting here dealing with obviously funeralizing, memorializing
insurance.
Yeah, so we getting okay, insurance.
Yes.
You start thinking about these. Is it important? You start thinking about what do you own?
Yeah.
When you go in and you start cleaning out the apartment, when you go in and you start looking through different accounts, is what is generational wealth, and like what does that really mean? And so we believe that we have some insight on that.
Yeah, from the beginning, I thought generational wealth was, you're supposed to have businesses that you're supposed to pass down. Right. You're supposed to have all this money in the bank that you pass down.
Right.
But after us, educating ourselves on certain things, it was like, well, if somebody pass you $1 million,
right?
But if you don't know what to do with it,
you're
just gonna be broke again.
Okay, all right. So that's the topic we're gonna get into. Is it really comes? It made us realize something. We started thinking about the Bible, and so many of you who are watching, you read your Bible or you know of the Bible. And one of the people in there was the wisest, richest person. He's basically a trillionaire. Can you think about trillionaire? Do you know how much money that is? That's Solomon. Solomon was the richest ever. And when he passed away, when he died, he left his kingdom to a person. Put it in the chat if you know who that is too, because if you do, you're gonna have to put in the cat your Cash App along with if you know that person. If you do it right now, when I see you, we're gonna Cash App you something just to get because you got the right answer. Yes. But his son, and I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna wait for those to come in. But his son's name was Rehoboam. And so Rehoboam, do you know what he did? Do you know what the first thing that he did within his first year of taking on the inheritance is? He blew 83% of the inheritance. So the richest person ever, trillion, you know what I'm saying, had it all, kingdoms, literally immediately blew 83% of that. 83%. 10 out of 12 was gone. And then you look and you're like, well, how in the world does that happen? How does it happen that one generation has something, but then the thing that you're pushing for your whole life doesn't pass into the next place? It's really sickening when you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like, okay, well, you've toiled your whole life. How many people come up to us? It's all about my kids, man. It's all about my kids, my family. I do whatever. They will sit up here and yell at each other. You will mess your marriage up arguing about your kids. You will fight to the teeth about your kids. You will go blow for blow. I wish somebody would even mention your kids some type of way. You gonna be ready to do some stuff that's abnormal. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all out of character. I know some of y'all done cut somebody out over your kid. I'm looking at you right now. I can see your dirty mouth. I can see the dirty words coming out your mouth right now. I'm not playing. You know I'm serious. Joy to hit me. I know I'm serious about it. The things that you say you do in the name of your children. And then we think about generational wealth. What is actually being passed to them?
Or are you that passionate about passing something to them?
Right. Or do you just want some control in the moment? Do we want something that's going to make us feel good? We just like talking. I'm about to go on this might be the smallest short rant. Oh my God. But I got to just say this. I'm constantly bombarded with messages from people talking about the legacy and talking about generational wealth. I think we often get this part all the way wrong. Every single time I hear talk about generational wealth, what I hear is advice about passing forward some money or some capital or to their children or to their grandchildren. That's what all I hear. And that is that we don't get it. And so I believe that's the wrong way to look at it. And I think if we look at it differently, it'll completely change everything we think about generational wealth.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right. So the thing that's so much, and I'm about to go ahead and put this up here. But before I get to that point, we're going to share one thing with you because we're going to be talking about generational wealth today. Right here. You see this right here? Go out to millionairemarriages.com. One of the chapters in there actually It's going to be the same thing we're dealing, accelerating your path to generational wealth. It is going to expand on it even more. And I want you to check this out. That's right, Troy Taylor, exactly what you said. I want you to check out millionairemarriages.com and you will be able to get some more insights on that. But this is the key right here. Generational wealth is not money.
Nope.
It's standards.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
It's standards. Oh, hey, y'all need to write that down.
Standards, y'all.
Generational wealth. We got the thing wrong. We thinking about money when really it's standards. Yeah. The thing that's so much more important than money is a standard. Yeah. It's the rules. It's the knowledge. It's the education. Yes. It's the expectation. Like, see, we got money, we pass some money, but we don't have any real expectation for what they're supposed to do with it. Yeah. We don't have a culture that says, this is the culture within our family. These are the values within our family. This is what we're supposed to do with it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. We don't. We don't.
Yeah. And we're talking about beliefs. And like, it's the beliefs on why money exists. Yeah. And a unified understanding, a shared understanding of the role that each other play. You know, many times we stuck thinking that it's something inside of us that we're supposed to give to somebody else. Yeah. Like it's something physical. Oh, yeah. Like it's something inside of our pockets, or it's something in our bank account, or it's something. Yeah, you need to have some insurance. Yes. Have some insurance. Yes. Every single person on here, if you don't have insurance that supersedes all your liabilities and leaves something, you need to have some insurance, life insurance. If you're going to have a savings account, instead of putting it in a savings account, put it into a whole life insurance policy with a maximum cash value so you can withdraw some of that cash. You can do those different things. Make sure your kids know and have them listed on your bank account once they get of age, so that when it's time for the bank account, that they can just easily go and be able to have a stake in that money. It doesn't have to go all the way through different processes.
And that's knowledge that you know that you should pass along.
Yeah, all those things are important. All those things are important. Yeah. Having trust set up. We're not talking about all those different things today, but having trust set up. Yeah. So if you got some properties, that your properties can flow right through. Yeah. You know, these are things that most people don't know. This is information, education. Yes, you need to set that stuff up. It takes a little bit of time, not a lot of money, but it takes a little bit of time, and you can make sure that all those things are set up. That's not what we're talking about. No. What we're talking about is the standard. What difference I've seen, literally. Let me tell you this right here. What's that? I was basically in the Miller family. I'm serious. I was in the Miller family. There was a family. It was called the Millers. The Millers were amazing. And so we used to go on their family reunion because we didn't have a big family reunion situation going on. It was me and my parents, me and my brother. And so, you know, but this family, they were close. Yeah. And so we went to their family reunion ever since I was a little kid. So everybody thought we was cousins, like could be. I'll tell you, they knew we was cousins. And so we used to look forward to going. They would have crabs. Oh, joy. They would have crabs. They would do Friday night, they would do something all together. They had the fish fry. Oh, yeah, you already know. Friday night was the fish fry with the crab. Okay. On Saturday, they did the picnic. And that's, the barbecue, everything lit. Then that night, that's when they did the ball. Yeah. And then everybody went to church on Sunday. Yeah. But then that was the whole series. And that's every city they went to. So we would go to different cities. And so we was literally every year traveling around. I'm like, I know I'm part of this family. It's a big situation. Yeah. One year on this Saturday night, one of the matriarchs in the family had died. And literally, it's like almost 200 people in this big ballroom, and they get to arguing over this property. Really? They get to arguing over a $60,000 property on who was supposed to own it, who had the rights to it, all this other stuff. Wow. Literally, in the middle of the joint, they was beefing, yelling, arguing, cussing each other out. Okay. Don't you know that after that, the family never again. Wow. They never again had another reunion. And so we never went again. I felt like I lost part of my family. Right. And I'm sitting here. That's another instance where it's not about money. It's about the values. It's about instilling. Yes, you need to have some money. Yes, you need to pass all those things forward. Yes, you need to have your stuff set up. That's just basic stewardship. Yeah. Obviously, we talk about this stuff in our book. We talk about it in our coaching program.
Yeah,
That's not what we talk. We're talking about standards.
Yes.
Like, do we have a shared vision of what we want to accomplish as a family?
Right.
Like, what's the thing you're going to do with the money?
Right.
Do you have shared values on how to share?
Right.
And we don't even know how to share. It's everything in common. Like, these are values. We talking about shared values that people look at money and shared belief systems. Now, did you ever think that you might be passing something down to somebody who's so wicked that they're going to do something evil with it?
Never crossed my mind.
You got to think about it. Who am I passing something to?
Yeah.
If we getting all fired up about a thing, if you can pass a smaller dollar amount to somebody who has a high level belief system, somebody who has a shared vision, somebody who wants to live right, who has great family structure, has good psychological safety, and they've created an environment where they can be safe, where they have a good family structure, a good belief on fathers and mothers, families, and they have a good understanding. They're going to keep that stuff going from generation to generation. The best part is we can establish that whenever we want. We can through conversations, through personal healing, through being a good example in our marriage. We can have a much higher likelihood of being able to pass these things forward. So money is not generational. It's the standard that comes along with it. And so we talked about it being the rules, the knowledge, the education, the expectation, the beliefs. Why does money exist? Does it exist to spend on things, or does it exist to produce something? Producing versus consuming is a standard. It's a standard. So if your family standard is consuming, it don't matter how much money it doesn't matter. Because it's designed to consume and fulfill your own needs. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care how hard you toil in your life. That next generation, if they don't have a standard, then it's going to be meaningless. So this right here.
So your generational wealth your wealth standard is meaningless if it does not outlive you.
Oh man, say that again.
Your wealth standard is meaningless if it doesn't outlive you.
Doesn't outlive
you.
So what are your values? Like, what are those things that are so critically important to you that they have to go to the next generation? And that's where we oftentimes miss it. Because we're so busy making money. We're so busy working, making overtime. We're so busy, going through and doing all the things that we don't get to a point where we share those things with the next generation in a meaningful way. And like, one of our values as a family is that we become what we think about.
We do.
We become what we think about.
Yes. So whatever you're focused on, whatever you're thinking about daily, weekly, or whatever, that's what you're gonna put out.
Yeah. And even responsibility and privilege.
Oh yeah. I can know what's the difference between a responsibility and what's a privilege.
And we know.
Oh yeah.
It ain't even about them. We know.
Yeah.
And then we talk about intention follows attention. Like the places where you put your attention, there's going to be intentional results behind it.
So spending time with your family, being intentional about spending time with your spouse. Because if you don't know your spouse and you're not getting to know them on the same page so that you can be able to pass this generational wealth down to your kids, then where's it going to be? What's it going to be? Meaningless.
That's true. Can we be honest with each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we be honest with each other? I like this. Tell the truth even when it hurts.
Even when it hurts.
Yes. Even when it hurts. Like, can somebody tell you the truth even when it hurts? Can I tell you the truth even when it hurts?
Yes.
Can you tell me the truth even when it hurts? Yeah. And then even us as a family being able to beat half the people just by showing up.
Oh man. Yeah.
Just by showing up.
Yeah.
These are beliefs and values that are shared. And so we're going to give you this right here. This is an amazing code right here. This is like a little formula. True generational wealth comes from core values plus worth ethic plus shared beliefs equals generational wealth. Y'all should write that down. I'm going to write that down now. Hold on. Where's my paper? I'm writing it down. I'm gonna come back and watch the recording.
Yeah.
Core values,
Yeah.
plus having a work ethic, plus
Mhm.
shared beliefs
Yes.
is the real formula for generational wealth.
Absolutely.
And so we are going to make a statement here today.
Yes. That statement is knowledge is the inheritance.
Oh, I like that. I like that. You might want to give that forward.
Give that forward.
And go ahead and say it again.
Knowledge
Yeah.
is the inheritance.
Knowledge is the inheritance. That's a
Yes.
whole screenshot right there.
Yeah.
Knowledge is the inheritance.
It is.
Knowledge.
Mhm.
Passing that knowledge forward to the next generation is
Yeah.
so much more important than the actual money itself.
It really is.
Yeah. And I think me and you would both argue that knowledge is the inheritance.
Oh, absolutely.
And money without knowledge is dead.
It sure is.
It's dead.
It is.
Yeah. And so wisdom, understanding is the key to sustainable freedom in our families.
Yeah.
And I want my family to be free.
Oh,
My family, matter of fact, I'm
absolutely.
putting that in the atmosphere right now. My family is no longer bound
Mhm.
financially,
Amen.
even in our vision, abundant in Christ, healthy, and walking
in
our
our
anointing
anointing
every day without money getting in the money
way.
doesn't get in the way of our family
No.
anymore. Like never again, that's a shared vision.
Oh, yeah.
Never again does money get in the way of our family.
Never.
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 And that's a mindset. We truly believe in the next generation's mindset. And the
Mhm.
generation after that is the mindset.
Yeah.
And so create what now? So this is the question that we have for each of you.
Yes.
Is what is your standard?
Mm.
What's your standard?
Yeah.
What is your personal core values? What is the things that you're going to hold so dearly and so true that they have to pass forward to the next generation?
Mm.
What's the inheritance that we leave? It's going to be in knowledge.
Yes.
Everything else is, that's good stewardship.
Mhm.
It's great to have some assets. It's great to have some financial blessings for the next
It is.
generation, but it's all meaningless without a standard
Yeah. And without the knowledge.
and without the knowledge.
Mhm.
And so that's what we have for you here today. And we are so happy to have had the opportunity to share that.
Yeah.
Obviously, my name is Coach John.
And I'm Coach Joy.
And so we do real estate coaching for married couples. If you are a couple who is in any way having challenges sometimes to get each other on board in business, in real estate,
Yeah.
a lot of times we're not making what we should make.
Mm-mm.
And it's just because we're not talking the way we should talk.
That's right.
We're not thinking on the same page.
Yeah.
We got different aspirations and a different way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, this program that we have is completely designed not just to come up in real estate,
Yeah.
but that we come together in our marriage in a significant and special way.
Yeah.
Oh man, we love y'all. Wealthy Marriage Wednesdays. You are a wealthy
Yes.
marriage. Y'all should say that. Oh, we
You
are a wealthy marriage. I love it. And as always, it is better together. All right, we'll see y'all next time.